What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Math with Mr. G. Those of you that subscribed to the channel as soon as it came out, again, I do want to apologize for this extended absence. As I explained to you in class, there were some issues with my laptop that appear to have been fixed. So hopefully, in the near future, we won't be having this problem again. Unfortunately, this is not the grandest of circumstances given what's going on. But again, hopefully this channel is in one way, shape, or form some support so that you can continue your review at home. Depending on how many lessons we've covered since the last video that I posted, you might be seeing this intro repeatedly. If there's only been one lesson, you're only going to see this once. If there's been more, well, I'm just going to use the same in the interest of saving memory. So I don't want to apologize ahead of time for that. But without further ado, let's get to it. That's how we write inequalities. Now let's go on to graphing. Let's say, for example, let's see if we can use the same examples, if I remember which one we did. We have a number x is greater than 3, which was written like this, x is greater than 3. The way you would graph this is on a number line. We use blue. Again, try to make it as neatly as possible. The grid helps me out in terms of trying to keep a straight line, but again, I am using a pen, so I don't have that steady hand, but try your best. If you have access to a ruler, that would be better, but as long as I can understand it. X is greater than 3, so we might want to start with our 0 over here. Now, there are two things that you want to pay attention to here. First and foremost, the number, and second, the symbol. So we know that our comparison is going to be at 3, and our symbol is greater than. There is no equal to, meaning you're going to have an open circle. If x is greater than 3, that means that all the numbers that are larger than 3 are in your solution set, and the greater numbers are to the right. So your graph will look like that. X is greater than 3, meaning any and all numbers on this side of 3 would satisfy that equation, would be in the solution set. So say, for example, if you were to take 4 and plug it in here, is 4 greater than 3? It is. It checks out. But if you were to take a number on the left, let's say 1, and plug it into your original inequality, is 1 greater than 3? It's not. It does not check out. So if you are confused whether or not you wrote your inequality or your graph your inequality correctly, rather, always double check like this. It's the most efficient and, might I say, a simple way to verify that your work is correct. Let's try another one. Let's say you have for example, if I remember correctly, we did 3 times the number w is less than 18. 3 times the number w is less than 18. Okay? That's actually a horrible example. We'll use the same example, I guess, but we'll simplify it. W is less than 6. The next section we'll talk about how we do that. But again, for now, let's just focus on this one. W is less than 6. Again, you're going to want to draw a number line. That is not straight. Let's try that again. W is less than 6. And we want to draw a number line, hopefully. You can stay on the line, stay on the line, stay on the line. Yes! Okay. This is roughly the middle right here. Let's go in staggers of 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's start with our 0 right here. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. -1, -2, -3, and -4. Again, two things you want to pay attention to. The number, so we are going to be over here at 6. And your symbol, which again does not contain the equal to portion, meaning it's going to be an open circle. W is less than 6, meaning that all your solutions are going to be to the left of this point. Your graph is going to look like this. Let's do 2 more examples that includes the equal to portion in the symbol so we can see what that looks like and why. Let's say, for example, y is greater than or equal to 2. Let's start with our number line. Cool. That came out pretty good actually, for having been done so quickly. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, and -3. Alright, and once again, pay attention to the number. We have +2, so we are over here. And our symbol, this time, our symbol does include the equal to portion, meaning that you now have a closed circle. But what exactly does that mean? We'll get to that in just a second. Y is greater than 2, meaning that your solution set will include all the numbers greater than 2, so your graph should look like this, pointing in this direction. The reason that you have a closed circle whenever you have the equal to portion, it means that this number here, or this value, is included in the solution set. So if you were to plug in 2 in your inequality, 2 is greater than or equal to 2, it's satisfied because again, by definition, this little bar here indicates that in the comparison, it is at least that it could be more, but no less. That number is included in the solution set. So if you see the equal to portion, or as we call it in class, the little bar, you have a closed circle. Little bar, closed circle. No bar, open circle. Try to remember that. One more example and then the section is concluded. Let's say, for example, now W is less than or equal to -1. Again, let's get started with our number line. I'm getting good at this, you guys. Not so much on the shorter ones, but we'll work on that. 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, and -3. Again, first thing we want to look for, our value, -1, which is right here, and then our symbol, which has a little bar, or the equal to portion. So we have a closed circle. The symbol is pointing to the left. W is less than -1, meaning your solution set is all the numbers that are less than -1, and on a standard number line, that means all the values to the left. So your graph will look like this. Again, if you have any questions regarding whether or not you have graphed it correctly, just plug in any value on either side of your point, whether it's over here or over here, substitute into your inequality, and if it checks out, then you graphed it correctly. This might be a little bit confusing because of the negative sign, but remember, even though the number is larger, that negative sign means that the bigger the number, the smaller the value. Okay? If there is no sign, or if it's positive, the bigger number is larger. A negative sign, the bigger number is actually smaller. Again, try to remember that. Reference your number line as much as you need it. Always remember, to the left is less than and to the right is greater than. Hopefully with this video you will feel more comfortable working with inequalities, and again, as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to send me an email. Comments are disabled in this channel, and that's it. Again, email is always open. Feel free to send me. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.